Well, everyone, it's time for us to go ahead and take a look at basically the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE and see how this device holds up in the later part of 2022. Now, personally, I think this phone is still an amazing device for sure, and this originated the FE lineup. I was a fan of the FE lineup from the day this phone came out because it basically made sense. It was supposed to be a cheaper phone of the flagship, and that's kind of what the FE lineup has been. There's only been two so far. Apparently the lineup is going to end, which is going to be very sad. I've done a few different videos of this thing before already, and what I'll definitely tell you is it still stands the test of time, and it's still a very good phone for sure. Now on the outside, not much has changed from, my other videos of this thing, but I will tell you some things that have changed. The brand new One UI version is coming out and it's supported on this phone, but also the brand new Z Flip Z Folds came out, the S22 came out earlier this year, and from everything that I've seen in all the development, one thing is for sure, a phone like this is still holding up very well, but the S21 FE, in my opinion, was a very good upgrade from this device. This one came out in 2020, so it's been about 2 years, over 2 years since this device came out, and I'm a fan of it. I think it's a very good phone, and it still holds up very well. The body of this thing, the plastic back was the one thing I'm not a fan of, but that 6.5-inch display on the front is still very nice, 120 Hz, and I still think if you're buying this phone or planning to buy it in the later part of 2022, I still think you're going to be perfectly fine for the most part. There are some things to kind of keep in mind though. One of those big things that kind of concerns me the most probably comes down to the actual price tag and how long this phone is going to be supported. So the price tag of this phone, surprisingly, it's still kind of high. I feel like you can get a Galaxy S20 for cheaper than what this thing is, and that is a way better deal than this device. But also, the support and the availability of this phone, meaning how long this phone is going to be supported, it's not going to be as high as some people think. I think it's going to end off with the S20, which came out early 2020. So some people just assume that because this phone came out after the S20, that it may maybe support a little bit longer. That is not going to be the case as far as I can tell. I do believe that the S20 is still going to be supported probably for another year. I'm hoping it ends up getting support for another year or so. But as far as I can tell, we're not 100% too sure, and this phone is probably going to be at one of the last versions of software right now. So that is basically where we are at. I personally do think that in this specific situation, the S20 FE is still a very good phone, still has, really good battery life, and it's still in decent build quality. The things to keep in mind though that I love about this phone, micro SD card slot. I love the fact that this phone has it. I love the fact that this phone is built so well for having a plastic back. The plastic back I'm not that big of a fan of, but it's still, something to keep in mind. It's a cheaper phone, I understand. This thing has reverse wireless charging, and it has a lot of different things built in within it. But if you can't afford the Galaxy S20, that would definitely be a far better phone to pick up. That has a lot more power, has a lot more, a future ahead of it, I think that is the best way to describe it. But regardless, you can't go wrong with this device either. So that pretty much covers it up. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.